Welcome back in, friends. This is another Stormgate cast. I'm Algorithmore, as always, and this is SenegaloRuskov. And in this match, he'll be facing off against Hiya! HYY, also known as whatever those two symbols are. I'm not sure what they are. My apologies for not learning the symbols in, I think that is probably the Chinese alphabet, but that might also be Japanese or possibly even Korean, although it does look like it might be Chinese or Japanese to me. And with that said, what do I know about Haya is that Haya is a Canadian. So I don't know what that means. What does that mean? And SenegaloRuskov. What do we know about SenegaloRuskov? Well, he's from Senegal is what I understand. But I do believe he lives in France. That's my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong. It means we have a nice international battle here today. Representing different parts of the world and different factions of the Stormgate universe. As our first brute comes running across. Look at him, working out. Buff old brute, gonna come into the base and say, I'm gonna smash you. Gonna kill some servos. Will I get a servo? I don't know, let's see. Servo in the healing hugs. Does manage to get healed up and saved for now. A single Lancer out for HYY to chase that brute away. Saying, get out of here. Go home. And stay out. Ooh, the Lancer going for a chase. Real eager, gonna chase the brute all the way back to his own door. Taking extra swipes as he can. Boom. Every swipe making this brute a little closer. Another brute pops out. Brutes decide they might want to fight. Two brutes versus a Lancer. I think the brutes win that. Here comes another Lancer. Lancers are beefy boys. Okay, they got good hit points. They got armor, which of course is just more hit points. So they got lots of hit points there. Might be useful if they showed us what those extra hit points were. Thanks to the armor. Armor is sort of just a hidden variable that isn't super straightforward.
Dimensional rift detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
Regardless, the armor is what helps the Lancers stay pretty cool and but beefy in the early game. No kinetic redirect yet. We are in fact getting quick draw hustle on the way, which means
a Stormgate has appeared.
Exos will be coming out next. These Lancers being chased down because there's a lot of units coming out of Senegalo. HYY has to return, regroup a bit. His first Exo's coming out to join, but I don't know if he can really contest. Might be able to get some damage done here. We see as half the units get pulled off by Senegalo to engage the army, but no, he pulls back. Yeah, this is, I think, good for the Infernal player here. You use half your army to keep the army engaged, while the rest of your armies try and capture the Stormgate. And Stormgate easily captured there by Senegalo following that strategy. And HYY has to retreat back to the Wellspring. And what do we get? We get a... what is it? The Creeping Horror. I was going to call it the Shambling Horror because it shambles. What's up with his limbs? Come on, buddy. Why you got like extra arms or something? 4 arms? Why you walk so weird? If you got 2 legs and 4 arms. Is that what it is? You are kind of horrific. The Creeping Horror is hanging at the back for now, while HYY sends out a nice bio army here across the map. Looking for a third, but in this meta, these third bases are no longer the... I'd say they're no longer the ones being taken, but we see Senegalo taking it right now. So, I'm wrong. I'm wrong about that. I'm okay with being wrong. But it does seem like players are shifting to take this base again more commonly, which is one reason why I think Broken Crown is the coolest map we've had. I know it's also the oldest map that we've had, but there's just so many different play styles on this map, and the meta on this map has evolved the most, I think, out of any maps over since Alpha up till now, which is cool to see how different ways this map has been played. And it shows that having maps with some, you know, good features on them like this one does, not just some boring map, but lots of different complexity to it, really helps the map become replayable over and over again. Here we have HYY pushing in, but there are now Spriggans above. This is an interesting choice from Senegalo. Now, the Spriggans are a little squishy since one of their more recent changes where they got split in two. Instead of having one at a time, you now produce two at a time, and they're basically half a Spriggan now. If I understand, half the DPS, half the HP, which makes them a lot more swarmy. They look more swarmy, which can be good for the feel of them.
Dimensional rift detected.
But they do
a Stormgate will activate
go down
soon.
pretty easy. They're just less tanky. Stormgate right in the middle. And HYY positioning looks like he wants to take it, but Senegalo also moving his army in. HYY putting the first damage down and getting a lot of good damage on that. That's because HYY lost the first Stormgate, and that means he's going to get a boost to his DPS when he's attacking the second Stormgate. That's a little bit of a comeback mechanic there. And we got a bunch of these mad crazy dudes. What are they called? Sky Hunters. Yeah, I think they're good at shooting at air. Attacks air with 44 damage and attacks ground with 12 damage. Attacks air faster with range of 10. These are good anti-air. They're going to help against the Spriggans. Good harass so far. Taking out the supply, taking out a sentry post, trying to get a couple servos. Getting a couple servos there too. Once again, going up to the Ethereum, but not really getting the servos, it doesn't look like. Get some damage done on them. There's those Sky Hunters throwing the rocks. I don't think I'd seen that animation, but they certainly looked like they were effective there. I might almost leave the Sky Hunters at home. Going for the hangar bay. I do like that. Gonna need to grab some servos to repair, or he's gonna lose this building. Boom, building goes down. And that's good, effective harass from Senegalo. And split your units, bro. Leave some exos back there. I have a feeling these Spriggans are not done. I see a ton of units moving here. That's just the army moving from one side to the other. Spriggans chilling. But once again, there's no defense up here. Spriggans can get back to action if they want to. But HYY is moving across the map. Spriggans back out there, going for the hangar bay. Once again, no servo repair. What? I would have left the Spriggans there. Even though Ritual Chamber goes down. This is a nice little... Oh, trying to go in for a little bit of a flank. Try and catch those units in a bad position. But unable. Wanted to wait for all the Spriggans to come back. And that meant losing the base and losing some production and tribute pyres there, sorry. Spriggans trying to move out, but those Sky Hunters really good at murdering those Sprigs. Dragon above too. Few brutes thought they could get down there, but they don't want to fight that army all by themselves. This is the problem that we've been seeing here for Senegalo, is he's had to run that army back and forth, back and forth.
Dimensional rift detected.
Ooh, Imp's just going down.
Activate soon.
And again, kind of good positioning here for HYY. It's got this nice concave around the trees, which means that the brutes are having a hard time to come in. But there's just a lot of units, it looks like, for Senegalo, and I'm not sure if HYY is going to be able to survive this. He is in a pullback mode, pulls into a tighter choke here, where his Lancers can form a good front line for his Exos. But the Exos now, we see those survival protocols triggering as they're all getting very low and dying here. Senegalo has the units to deal with this, and the dragon above is just punishing by creating extra fiends, or sorry, extra phantoms. And a pretty good stutter step to try and at least get back to safety for HYY. But that means that this Stormgate is going to go to Senegalo. This is a tier 3 Stormgate. What are we going to see coming out of this? It's going to be, let's see, deep one. We still have that creeping horror. That's not a second creeping horror, right? No. There we go. We got Avatar Power Stones going for the dragon. Double Avatar Dragon. Wow. Okay, that looks bad news for HYY, who hasn't added any real anti-air yet. How is that? A Sentinel? Okay, these are the new models I haven't fully recognized. So it kind of looks like it could be an evac, but it's actually a Sentinel. Dragon and some Spriggies come over here to harass. That means some Phantoms are going to go down. But we got full-on army battle right in the middle. Dragon has to be called back to be part of that. The ground army here not looking tough enough. It's the dragon that's really punishing here. But the Spriggans and the Phantoms up here managed to do some damage, it looks like. And that means that the army's going to have to try and defend. But, oh, huge stasis drone on the dragon, but nice micro. Another stasis drone, but again, good micro to free the dragon. Remember, you can attack that stasis drone, and if you do enough damage, it will be freed up. Another stasis drone, but no micro this time. The dragon is... Oh, wow. Double Avatar Dragon caught in the stasis drone. No, can it fly away? Exo's chasing it down, doing its best. Another stasis drone. Oh, I'm sorry, Big Daddy. You were supposed to win the game. You were. Oh no, another stasis. Yeah! Wow, huge play from HYY. Oh, get on top, buddy. You killed it too quickly. You're supposed to get underneath. Can the dragon get to safety? Finds the shroud, so he's going to heal a little bit. Gets to the high ground. These Exos just want to chase it down. It's like, no, how do I get to freedom? Wow. Amazing. Gonna make it to the Hellspring. Crazy. Wow, that was a miss micro by HYY. HYY could have got it at that last stasis drone, but instead just attack moved it, which meant the first Exo attacked it and freed it instead of getting underneath and having all that DPS. Nonetheless, HYY, I think, has made this his day as he's pushing into the natural, taking down a lot of the production, and this is just a deadly, deadly ball of Exos here. And what is this blood tree? I've never seen it before. Is that what you need for Spriggans now? Does that replace the whatever it was called? Whatever it is, nice to see it before it got destroyed. I'm like, why hasn't Senegalo left? Well, he's got his dragon up here and he's hoping to do a little bit of a base trade, but that is not what's going to happen here. This is a devastating army of Exos that's just going to tear through these units. Tear through the imps. Oh my god, there's so many imps here. They're just in a parade of death. A parade to their own death. Die, imps. Oh my god, it really is a parade. Exos lined up along the parade route saying, die, my imp buddies. And the dragons and brutes above are just hoping to do some damage, but as soon as this Exo force makes its way over here, they are all going to go down. We get stasis drone on the dragon. It's going to be saved for dessert as the brutes get cleaned up first. And there we go. Dragon finally defeated and a GG from Senegal.